Shalom. First and foremost,
I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakadash.
I'm going to give double honors to Pastor Elders, the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the sincere Akim out there teaching the truth and sincerity. Shalom. And peace and blessings to the elect. All right, we're out here again. You know, another day, another week. You know, until the downfall of this kingdom happens. We won't stop, man. And I just wanted to
Yep. There.
Just wanted to start off with there's some stuff happening between IUIC. I can already know how they blasphemed they polluted the Lord's name, saying that you can call him whatever you want and stuff like that. A lot of these sellouts, they call the Lord God or anything like that. The Lord has a name. He has a name, and His only begotten Son, and those are the only names that you can be saved by. All right, as the Scripture says. Let me get it actually. It's what they said. This is get it in here. Like this phone's bugging out. Psalms chapter 18, verse.
Sana pa sa'yo. The freaking Roblox code thing.
Start again, man. Come on, Forrest.
It's from the Roblox. I know what it is. It's music numbers.
Oh, it's Proverbs. Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Now the Lord can't be called by any other name but His own name, right? And Yahushua can't even be called by any other name but Yahushua. Yahushua, that's the only way we'll be saved, right? It's the only name that you can be saved by. You can't just go around and call Him some random name, because God just means power. That's just a title. So you can't just pray to the Most High and call Him just God. All right? And when stuff happens, you only know the name God. You only know the name power. That's why the Scripture says that Israel serves an unknown power. That unknown power. So. And the power, yo, man, the Most High's name, it is powerful. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Alright, and you know, Yahushua brought that to us through the Rakak Kodash in this age. In this age, it's a holy name. It is a holy name and powerful name. It's the only name. It's the only names that you can be saved by. So this is Isaiah chapter 48 verse. Let me start at Isaiah chapter 48, verse 8. It says, Yea, thou heardest not, yea, thou knowest not, yea, from the time that thine ear was not open, for I knew that thou wouldest dealt very treacherously, and was called a transgressor from the womb. For my name's sake will I defer mine anger, and for my praise I will refrain for thee, and cut thee not off. You know what? Before I get that, before I finish this, let me get when the Most High promised Abraham. This is somebody get Hebrews chapter 6 verse 13. Very bad. 6:13. Alright, read it.
This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 13. For when Yahweh made promise to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself.
He swore by himself. There is no one greater than the Most High's name. There is no one greater than the Most High himself. When the scriptures say that I give no glory unto another. He doesn't give his glory unto another. And these Old Testament jockeys think that Yahushua's stealing the glory. No, he's not. You know the purpose that he came to this world and to die for us? You inconsiderate fools. You know the reason why he died is to fulfill the law. First of all, right? And to glorify the Lord. Is to glorify the Lord and to fulfill the law. He died for our iniquities to be covered by his blood in this grace period. You can't just call him by another name and expect salvation, man. You can't. You can't just. That's what this world can't get, man. This is why the world hates us. Because we're proclaiming the name and they don't want to hear it. Because they know in their spirit that the name is true and that they can't get it through the spirit. They can't get it. They can't get this truth. The Lord didn't let them in. Let me get that actually. That's Romans 11 and 7. Nope. Yeah, it was 11. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel had not attained that which they seeketh for, which he seeketh for, but the election hath attained it, and the rest were blinded. The Lord The Lord blinded the 2/3 of Israel. All right, they can't get that. They can't get this name. They can't get the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They can't get this truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, can't. But the worst thing you could do is spit upon the name. That's the worst thing you can do. You're in the if you're an Israelite in the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna have some great shame on you. You're gonna have the heavy grief that you should have never said anything like that, man. And you guys, you men know who you are. You men know who you are. Let me continue with Isaiah 48. It's Isaiah chapter 48. This is why Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, yo, the quicker this world is destroyed, the better, man. This is Isaiah chapter 48, verse 7. No, it's like verse 9. For my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise will I refrain thee, that I cut thee not off. Behold, I refine thee, but not with silver. I chosen thee from in the furnace of affliction, for mine own sake, even for mine own sake, will I do it. For how shall my name be polluted? I will not give glory unto another. We have our faith. We have our faith on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. That's our faith, man. To prophesy out here. Let me get Zechariah. Alright. Get Zechariah. I have 17. Let me put it hand in hand with the Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear, man, because whom we fear is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because if the Most High is with us, who could be against us? Look. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which are put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And as it says in Ezekiel, be not dismayed at their looks, or anything like that, or their words. Because we know for a fact that our people are going to be rebellious. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua told us, Hashem Rakakorash, through the Spirit. And like so in this 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 2, it says and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And this is 3. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for the unfaithful, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. They don't have faith in this name, man. They don't have faith. They don't have faith in this name. They don't have the Spirit with them. They don't have Yahweh Shah suffering with them. Yes. This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6. It says, Ho, ho, come forth and eat from the land of the Lord, saith Yahweh. For I spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord, saith Yahweh. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth in the daughter of Babylon. How do you deliver yourselves? You gotta do this work, man. What he told you to do. And when that time comes, you keep your faith until that time comes, and Lord will deliver you. You're gonna save yourself. Ultimately, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahushua is gonna beam us up, Lord willing, that we're part of that number. And as it says in Ecclesiasticus, Wisdom of Solomon. I think it was Wisdom of Solomon, actually. Could be wrong. But it says that the strangers of his salvation, that's the strangers of his salvation. And those people are going to be put in awe. Because it was far beyond what they were looking for. They were looking for like a cloud just literally opening up the beam of light. You got God ray just beaming down on you, and you're just going up into heaven. And you got Jesus doing that symbol. Standing, reaching at his hand. Man, it's Yahushua. He's coming back with the sword, man. And he's gonna take his men, the believers, unto Yahushua Mashiach and beam us up, Lord willing. And he's gonna utterly destroy all those that blaspheme and pollute the Lord's name and his only begotten Son, man. This has been on my head all week, man. That and meditating on John 17 chapter, which we got that in we're gonna get that soon. But it says this, let me continue. This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse let me just repeat it again. Ho ho, come forth and flee out of the land of the north, said Yahweh. For I spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, said Yahweh. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth in the daughter of Babylon. For thus said Yahweh of hosts, after the glory he has sent me unto the nations which spoil you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. Just let me jump around real quick. Let me get to 5 real quick. It says, for I, said Yahweh, will be onto him a wall of fire round about, and will be the glory in the midst of it. And that's true. That's true, because the greatest thing that ever happened to us in our life, alright? All the men here. The greatest thing that ever happened to us in our life is learning the names and coming into this truth and doing the works. This is the greatest thing any man on the face of the earth can do. Any man of Israel. This is the greatest work ever. This is nothing but a light affliction, man. And after this light affliction, we get abundance of treasures and stuff like that. As the scripture says, set up your treasures in heaven where neither moth and rust doth corrupt, or thieves do not break in and steal. So yeah, so if the Lord's with us, who can be against us? Because the Lord controls all things. That's why he's a strong tower. When shit hits the fan, we're gonna be at a stable mind. We're gonna be at that stable mind. Alright? This is read that.
This is Matthew chapter 17, verse 20. And Yahweh said unto them, because Yahweh Shah said unto them, because of your unbelief, verily, I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just, no, you just,
If ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you.
nothing shall be impossible, man. That's why there's going to be a stranger to salvation. And the prophets are out here, and we are moving the mountains. The mountains is the government. You can see all the shit that's happening. The shit that's happening is because of the prophets. All the destruction, all the tribulation that's happening, the coronavirus, the uproars, all of that is because of the prophets. How is that? How is it the prophets? Because to fulfill the prophecy, every time the elect wakes up, every time the number keeps growing, more prophecies keep coming, one after another. And once it gets sealed, that's it for this kingdom, man. That's it. And why is the day speeding up? Because the Lord said He's going to speed it up for the elect's sake. Because if He doesn't, the earth is going to be destroyed, man. Because who's in rule? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? The wicked people, according to the scriptures, man. All you gotta do is read the scriptures. But of course, our people, and of course these scoffers keep coming around about, arguing with the men of the Lord, the prophets, thinking that they know something. Every single time. And not once have they actually read the scriptures, but they argue with us with it. And this is our book, man. This is our book. He revealed the secrets unto Himself as the prophets. You got nothing, man.
Exactly. This is our book. It's like, it doesn't make sense if like Elam and Hindu go to China and tell China, no, this is not how it is. This is how it goes. Or like Japanese going to Edomite, telling them what to do. This is our book. But we got these nations coming around trying to argue with us too. The heathens. This is how it go about. This is what it's meant to say. It's only given to Jacob.
There it is. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through the patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. And that's why wisdom and knowledge is going to be stability of the times. Because what is our hope on? What is hope? All right? What is hope? Yo, you got Hebrews 11.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. The evidence of things. The evidence of things not seen.
So faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. That through. It says, okay, let me read it again. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Through patience. Screwed up on that. Alright, this is like. through patience and comfort of the scriptures, that we might have hope. Now that's what's going to keep us in a stable mind when shit hits the fan, man. It's the scriptures. Because what was written is the promise that Yahweh Shem Yahushai made for us, man. Yahushai is establishing that new covenant. What's that new, what's New Testament mean? What's New Testament mean? It's a new agreement, a new covenant. And what's that new covenant? That he's going to take away our stony heart and put it in a fleshy heart. And put the laws in our heart, man. That we may do his laws. That we may know his laws and do them. And do them. Open it. And highlight it. Go to the very beginning, right? To the very beginning, and you'll have a table of contents. It does have that. Wow. Okay. Here. You need to know the organization. It's not to say I don't care about the pages, but he needs to know the organization. I already got the organization in my heart, right? Here. I don't need a table of contents. Alright. Alright, go. Alright. Like I was saying. Yo, you can read John 17 now.
Small precept. And therefore, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 35. And therefore praise ye the Lord with the whole heart and mouth, and bless the name of the Lord.
Bless the name of the Lord, man. He isn't called by any other name, right?
So
Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Yahushai is not called Jesus. Yahweh is not called God, alright? What this world ignorantly calls God, what this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Those are the holy names, man. You could only be saved by Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
It's pretty much it's a holy name. You don't just say it just to say it. It's a conversation. When you're doing evil, why you just gotta watch out. You just gotta watch out. You know, like say his name and then you're trying to do something that you gotta do. You know, that's not the way to go. That's a subject that has been talked about before. You don't just say his name just to say his name. You gotta mean it. It gotta come from your heart.
You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith when you say when you're asking for blessings. You gotta mean it. You gotta have faith that it will actually happen.
Now, if you have a subject to say that it involves talking about it, then you don't say the name. You don't say the name at all until you actually mean it from your heart. Then you gotta say the name. Then you say the name. But you don't just say it as an everyday conversation. It doesn't work like that. That's like an everyday conversation talking about, let's say, McDonald's or a movie or whatever. You don't just say his name on that. Those are vain things. You know, or if you wanna buy a brand new radio or a TV, and what was that? You don't say his name. Those are vain. Those are vanity. It's nothing. That's how holy his name is.
If it has nothing to do with the scriptures or anything about the truth, then might as well don't say his name at all
This is
until conversation of truth. The spirit flows on you, man.
Really think yeah.
This is talking about. This is for the ones. This is for the ones that don't believe in Yahushua, man. If you don't believe in Yahushua, if you don't believe in Yahushua, you love death, man. Right? If you don't believe in him, it's because you hate him. You hate him. If you don't believe him, it's because you hate him. If you don't believe in Yahushua, you hate him. And those who hate Yahushua hate death. And as the scripture says, he that hated him hated the Yahweh. As simple as that. We continue. This is John chapter 20, verse 24. But Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Yahushua came. And the disciples therefore said unto him, we have seen Yahushua. But he said unto them, except I see in his hands the print of his nails, and put my finger to the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I would not believe. 26. And after 8 days, again his disciples were within, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you. Oh, it's like it. Just jump. It's after 8 days, against his disciples were within, and Thomas with them, and then came Yahushua, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst of them, and said, Peace be unto you. It's the Shalom. And he says, and then said he unto Thomas, reach hither thy finger and reach hither thy finger and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless but believing. And Thomas answered and said unto him, my Lord, my power. Yahushua saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen me, and yet have believed. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, things not seen. Alright? So basically, those are the only names you can be saved by, man. These are the only things, man. And that's the faith and the patience of the saints, man.
Alright, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment, for every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Talking about Monday, man. That guy's in a very low state. The one that just walked across the camera. He's in a low state. And he came over there and he technically attacked us by laughing at us. And you think why he's in that state?
You know what? I'll tell you why he did that. the Lord, the Father in heaven and the Son, it's just nothing but love. Love, 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 love all the time. Love, love, love all the time. This is why there's a lot of disrespect. There's a lot of disrespect on that. So by him laughing, you think he's just gonna get away with it? No.
Every idle word, and that's the type of action that you did to the prophets, man.
All right, so
And I bet you that he only think he's not gonna get rebuked. It's just that's it. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way.
We just have to, man. All right. You could, as the Most High says that he gives not a glory unto another. All right. Yeah, read John 17. John 17.
This is John chapter 17, verse 1. These words spake Yahushua, and lifted up his eyes to heaven, and said, Father, the hour is come. Glorify thy Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee. As thou hast given him power over all flesh, that he shall give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him. And this is eternal. This is life eternal.
That's the that's why he died, man. That's why he died. It's for that purpose. But when he dies, that there will be in a certain part of time where we will be in that grace period where all iniquity, all sin shall be upon him, right? And he has the power to cast judgment now. He has the power to forgive. Because Yahweh gave him that power, man. Yahweh gave him that power. And continue. And this will get into it. I don't know where in the world these Old Testament jockeys keep coming, saying that now the New Testament is made by the so-called white man. You clearly haven't read it. You clearly haven't read it. All right, you know what it is made by the so-called white man? The book of what's it? Jubilees. Enoch.
Whatever.
Those are additions, man.
Book of Thomas. That's another one
All of those are additions. But the old, this is the New Testament, man. And nowhere in here is Yahweh giving glory unto another. He isn't. He sent his Son down so that Yahushua may bring the law, and that Yahushua may bring the faith unto the men that Yahweh had given him. Alright? So that he may establish the law. How would he establish the law? Through the faith of those men. Through the faith of those men, knowing that if they follow law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, by living in the law, right, and believing into Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that they may be delivered in the coming end of the days. So I don't know where they got it, that he's giving glory unto another. That Yahushua is stealing all the glory, when Yahushua is clearly trying to glorify his Father, which is in heaven. And we know that through the Spirit, because Yahushua gave us this comforter, man. And what's the comforter? There's the two comforters, man. You got the scriptures, you got the Quran. Alright? And that's what he gave us. Through the faith and through the comfort and patience of the scriptures, man. That we may have hope. That Yahweh Shim Yahushua would keep that promise. And by his name, by Yahweh. Yahweh promised on his name that he will keep his promise. And that he will not destroy us. I don't know where the hell you're getting that stuff, man. In that new covenant, Yahweh made that covenant. Alright? Yahweh is establishing that covenant. How is he establishing that covenant? Through the 144,000 which he gave to Yahweh. That's how. And the 2/3 later in the kingdom are gonna come back, and they're still gonna have a piece of that. Even though they blasphemed the Lord's name. They perverted it. They hated on the men of the Lord. They killed the men of the Lord. Stupid people, man. Our people are stupid and ignorant. Because they always think they know something when they don't. And they're on the lowest state. They're still calling themselves black. They're still calling themselves Latino. They're still calling themselves Native American. When they're clearly Israelites. It's the curses that the Lord put on us. It's stupid, man.
What makes it worse is this Black Lives Matter.
They don't even know who the hell they are.
They don't know that Black Lives Matter is funded by Soros, man. Just like Antifa. You know?
The Israelites matter, man. We got through this last week. It says the Israelites matter. It's the only people the Lord's looking at. Israelites. Israelites. He came not unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He came not into anyone else. Who did the Lord only know? What nation did the Lord only know? The nation of Israel. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You guys are ignorant. You guys are going by bywords. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you guys think that you're different from each other when you clearly were all in slavery. You clearly were all noosed. You clearly were all tortured.
Now
You continue with that, John.
they're all saying that we're done dying. That's what our people are saying now.
It's all planned.
There's still more. A lot of death that's gonna happen, man.
And there will be a lot of death. You know, it's all planned. When there's something that is being funded as like Black Lives Matter, you know what's going to happen. Now you're going to have other nations saying, "What about us? What about Chinese matter? What about this matter? What about that?" It's going to cause discord among people. So basically, you know that the elites are behind that. Back on the subject. John chapter 17, verse 3. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true power. And this. I'll read it again. John chapter 17, verse 3. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true power.
The only true power. Look at that. Who's he glorifying there? Who's he glorifying? He's glorifying Yahweh. And he said, Yahushua, he said that they might know thee. Who's they? The men. Those men that believe unto Yahushua. Because Yahushua, Yahweh put that words into Yahushua. They may say that unto you. That through Yahushua, we will believe. Yahushua's a mediator. What does word newly calls Jesus Christ, man? It's the only names you'll be saved by. I don't know where the hell you guys are getting these other names. Because this translated Bible has it. Alright? That says Jesus, a God. They covered it up on purpose. To bring confusion unto our people. But through the Spirit, it was broken down by the elders apostles. Through the Spirit. Those names were brought to us, like it says in Baruch, that we remember ourselves in the land of our captivities. Through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, put that on Spirit on them. To know the true names and to say it out. Through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem U'Kal. This is Yahushua's doctrine. And as Yahushua was hated before, we're going to be hated now. gonna get that. We're gonna get John 16.
You ready? You gotta finish it first? This is Psalm chapter 34, verse 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him.
Blessed is the man that trusts in him. Yeah. Yeah. We gotta put our trust into Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And what's another form of trust? It's faith. Because if you hope for something, it's because you trust for that something to happen. That's what faith is, man. For when shit hits the fan, we can't just have our faith being faltered. Who's the one doing it? You gotta think about it. You gotta think about who's the one causing it. Who's the one doing this? Who's the one that controls it? And if you're doing the Lord's work, you're all right. You're all right. Don't you lose faith, man, for something so small, so insignificant.
Hey, don't do it because you have to. Do it because you want to.
Do it because you want
desire to.
Exactly. That's why Yahushua says that that he knows your works, your tribulations, stuff like that. He says, but I'm somewhat against you because you have forgotten your first love. So if you're going out and you're doing this work and you're quote having faith and stuff like that, but you've forgotten the purpose of why you're doing it, Yahushua's against you, man. You gotta always have it in your head on why you're doing this work. Why exactly are you doing this work? Why exactly are you prophesying? It's not because you have to. It's because you should want to. If you want the kingdom, take a grasp of it. Don't be one of those claw machines. You go down and you want to grab what you want, but you're not even putting any effort on trying to bring it back up. You're gonna let it slip out of your hand.
You don't do it. You don't do it because you have an end result, an end goal of how much you're gonna have now. Because you're gonna have fame, or because you're gonna be recognized by the people. It doesn't work.
Glory unto themselves, man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have that spirit in you to know who you're supposed to be. Who are you gonna be glorifying, man? Yeah.
Oh fear the Lord, ye his servants, for there is no want to them that fear him.
Yeah. We gotta fear the Lord, man. And fearing in the Lord is love. As it says in let me get it. There's no one greater than the man that fears the Lord. Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 9. It's as well as him that found prudence, and he that speaketh in the ears of them that will hear. Oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom! Yet is there none above him that fear the Lord. But the love of the Lord passeth all things. For illumination, he that holdeth his whereto shall he be like it. So, if you feel the Lord, you'll have that continence of wisdom. That you're seen as wise. Continuing, it says, the fear of the Lord, the fear of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, is the beginning of his love. And faith is the beginning of cleaving onto him. You hear that? Let me repeat it again. Oh, how, so like, the fear of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, is the beginning of his love. Alright? Beginning of his love. And faith is the beginning of cleaving onto him. You gotta fear Yahweh. If you fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're gonna cleave onto him. If you fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're gonna have faith in Yahushua, man. You're gonna have faith in him. You're gonna have faith in those names. And as it says, there's none above him that fear the Lord. There is no one above him. Because if someone fears the Lord, they're gonna have wisdom and knowledge, man. They're gonna have wisdom and knowledge. And who's gonna be stable in those times? The ones that fear the Lord. Yeah, continue, John.
I got a reset. No, I'll show.
Oh, I was actually gonna.
Oh, right here. 29.
I got another one.
I don't know about that.
This is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 23. Fear the Lord tendeth to life, and he that hath,
If you fear the Lord, you're gonna have that life, man.
and
you're gonna keep your
that
life.
hath
man.
it shall abide a bit.
Abide.
I can't talk today. Look, alright, I'm gonna start over. The fear of the Lord tendeth to life, and he hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil.
If you feel the Lord, that's the thing. If you feel the Lord's gonna know it through your heart. He's gonna be with you. He's gonna be with you. If you feel Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But you have to believe in Yahushua first, man. Because through Yahushua, that's how you feel the Lord. Through this word, through his doctrine. Because we didn't get this doctrine on our own, man. The elders apostles didn't get it on their own either. But through the spirit of the Rekat Kodash, and where's that Rekat Kodash from, man? It's from Yahweh, Bahashem, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Grab that comforter. Grab that comforter, man. That's how we got the names. That's how we got this knowledge. We gotta praise Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
John chapter 17, verse 3. And this is eternal. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true power, and Jehovah who thou hast sent. I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work.
He's glorified thee. You hear that? He's glorifying Yahweh Hashem. He's glorifying Yahweh, man. He's glorifying him. Did Yahweh get glory unto another? Did he take Yahweh's glory? No, he didn't. You other doctrines, you're leading Israel astray. You better repent before it's too late, man. But I highly doubt you will. If you don't, you're done for. You're so much in your blind doctrines, unbelievable. You're leading a blind. You're being led by a blind leader. What happens to that blind leader? You will fall into the ditch, and so will you. Stupid, man. The blind leadeth the blind. And if the blind leadeth the blind, they both fall into a ditch. Yeah. So Nathaniel, so what's up? Nathaniel 7? Dude, man. Unbelievable.
This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 14. Happy is a man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief.
Yeah.
John chapter 17, verse 4. I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou givest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me in thine own self.
In thine own self. Glorify me in thy own self. How would that happen? It's going to explain how that happens, man. Who's going to crack the clouds? Yahweh Shai. Alright, but it's going to tell you. It's going to tell you how Yahweh is glorifying his son. This is how. It's going to tell you.
With the glory which I had with thee before the world was.
Yeah, it's going to get to it. It's going to get to
I have manifested thy name unto the man which thou gavest me out of the world.
That's 144,000, man. 144,000. Those men, those prophets, his servants. Gave it to Yahweh Shai, Yahweh. Gave it to Yahweh Shai out of the world, man. This is why, yo, man, I would love, yo, man. Yahweh Shai brought this out, that we're part of that number. All of us here would love, and all the sincere Akim out there would love to hear Yahweh Shai calling us friends. We're more than brothers, we're friends. That is awesome, man. Yeah, continue.
And they have kept thy word.
They have kept that word, yeah. And this is the word, man. This is the word. We're not saying it out of our own mind, out of our own heart, but directly through the scriptures. Unlike these other doctrines, these Christian doctrines, the Catholic doctrines, they speak off their own heart.
Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee.
Of thee. That is how Yahweh is going to glorify his son, man. That is how. Because who's going to crack the clouds? It's Yahweh Shai. And through whose power? The Most High himself, man. He's not giving the glory unto another.
For I have given unto them the words which thou givest me.
And this is the word, man. This is the word.
Unto them the words which thou givest me, and they have received them.
And received them. Because the Lord opened up our eyes to see it, man. That we may go to Yahweh Shai, because we're his sheep, man. We're his sheep. We're following wherever he goes. Wherever he goes. That's why the servant is not greater than the master. Wherever the master goes, wherever Yahweh Shai goes, we're going. We're going. And Yahweh Shai's getting power from the Most High. We love the Most High. We fear him.
And have known surely that I came out from thee.
And know surely that he came out from him, man. That he came out from him. This is why these Old Testament jockeys can't get it, because they're not the men of Yahweh Shai, man. They're not his servants. They're not his sheep. They don't believe that Yahweh Shai came of Yahweh. They don't believe that he's the true son of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh. So I can say it. They don't believe that he's the true son from Yahweh, man. That he's the first spirit. And the first man to be on the earth either. They don't believe that. But we believe it. Have we seen it? Were we there? No, we weren't. But the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, put the Spirit in us that we may read this and have comfort and faith in these scriptures, man. Are we going to let the incredulity of them, the unbelievers, like trigger us to make us go off? Are we gonna? Is that gonna happen? No, it's not. Because it's locked within us. It's locked within us. And Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ratazah, that the men here, the men on the that's teaching wholeheartedly and sincerely across the four corners of the earth, keep their faith until the very end. That Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ratazah, that we may see each other and give peace to each other in the chariots. And meet up with Yahushua in the chariots, man. Because what we want is a kingdom ruled in righteousness. And who's going to establish that? Yahushua, through the spirit and power of Yahweh. He's setting up the mansions for us, man. He's setting it up. Let me get a precept real quick.
Zechariah, I got Zechariah 3:12. You know, it must have been the spirit, okay? Because I did this. I hit my hand and I accidentally clicked it. It turns out it was actually a pretty good one. Yeah, I got Zechariah 3:12. Want to read it? This is Zechariah chapter 3, verse 12. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor